Only 80 bucks? Only 80 bucks. Seriously, only 80 bucks. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. And today I am very excited because we're gonna review the Moza Mini S Essential. So it's a smartphone gimbal. Let's do this. Let's start with the unboxing. I have to tell you that this brand sent me this gimbal to review, but we agree that I will say whatever I want. And a very stylish open box. Well done. We have some user guides, we have some stickers, some cleaning cloth. Also in the box we have a small mini tripod. It feels a bit plasticky, but it feels like high quality plastic. Some charging cable, I assume a small bag. So you actually have a small bag to transport the gimbal itself. As you can see inside of the box, there is another cable. It's an audio jack on this side and a micro USB on the other side. So I have to check the manual to understand what this does. And as you can see, this gimbal is packaged in a very strange way. And this is the most exciting thing about this product. I actually own a gimbal and I never ever use it. Why? Because I can't bring it with me. It's too big. It's in the gimbal, it's this size, and it's just not the best thing. So this, I guess, will fit on my camera bag, and that is really exciting. Let's try to remove it from here. Nice, very nice. So let's unlock this and rotate. Aha, we just rotate until the next icon, like so, and it will up. Lock it, nice. The second part is this part over here. I guess you just go for it. Well, and I guess this is it. Let's see if it has any juice on it. Plug in my smartphone. So my smartphone, it's actually filming the close-up. Let's remove the smartphone from there and put it here and see how this works. Instead of just walking around wiggling the gimbal, I decided to make a really cool video here with the vice champion of France and a really great teacher, from 5-year-old kids all the way up to anyone that want to practice pole dance. So I present to you Ocean.
Hi.
Let's do this. I have been using this gimbal for a week now, but only now I am confident to share with you how this bad boy works and to tell you the good, the bad, and the only 80 bucks? Only 80 bucks. Seriously, only 80 bucks. There is a lot to unpack. First, the layout and the app. Let me just attach my phone. The grip is very grippy and wide, so this is really good. So also this grip here hides a really cool feature that you can use this vertically as well. So the battery will last for 5 hours, but if you balance correctly your phone, it will last even more than that. There we go. So let's turn it on by long pressing the power button, and there we go. Also, this button put the gimbal in standby mode. So between takes, you can just press this button. It enters in standby, and let's press again. There we go. You can put the gimbal in standby between takes with a simple press. To shut it down is a long press as well. So let's turn on the app, and there we go. Press here to connect to your gimbal via Bluetooth, and now we can see the battery level from the gimbal and the smartphone. Really nice feature. In the center of the image is two icons for focus and exposure from the areas they are in. So you can move them around, and by pressing once it will lock the focus and the exposure. I wish other apps could do this as easily, honestly. To activate the track mode, you just press here and select what you want to track. Let's press here. So exploring the app's features, you will find recording resolutions, frame rates, beauty modes, follow focus options. The continuous focus is great on my OnePlus 6T. Zoom speed, because yes, you have a zoom control over here, calibration and so on. So as you can see here, inside of the menu you have anti-shake. This is awesome, because if you receive an SMS or notifications, or if you are in 2010 a phone call, this will avoid that the phone shakes and ruins your image. Just leave it that activated all the time. The layout of the buttons, it's very well distributed in a way that I can use it without losing the grip. And the really cool thing is that this gimbal has a trigger. There is a lot of options that you can use with this trigger. The buttons on the center are multifunction, because this Moza Mini S Essential isn't essential but a package monster modes gimbal, and let's explore them. So the standard mode is just turn it on and you are in the standard mode. So the horizontal movement, it's in follow mode, and the tilt is locked. Your smartphone won't tilt. To override, use the trigger to tilt and pan smoothly. Click and hold and you can tilt and pan smoothly, and everything is following quite nicely. Double press and hold it to lock all positions. So you can use the joystick to control the gimbal around, as you can see, and to reset the position, just double tap on the trigger and the gimbal will reset is on position. Really nice. Pressing once up, you will get the menu. Press 2 times up, it jumps between photo mode and video mode. So the red dot is video mode, the white dot is photo mode. And of course, long press, you will change between cameras. 2 times to the left, you are in POV mode. Horizontal and tilt follow your movements, as well the tilt. So in this mode, the double trigger takes you to the standard position. Press 2 times left, again, to go back to the standard mode. Press 2 times down to activate the sport mode. In this mode, you can see that is less smoother and reacts more rapidly. Press 2 times again down to go back to the smooth mode, and press 3 times, 1, 2, 3, to get in inception mode. So this mode, you can get really crazy movements. Okay, this good list will be very long. The obvious is the small footprint to carry it around. It is a great design. Offsetting one of the motors is genius. This small decision makes this gimbal compatible with almost all smartphones with no extra counterweight. Plus, all the ports of your phone are accessible. The grip has a dent, avoiding accidental pressing on the smartphone power button and volume buttons. I love this LED light here. It gives the information that it's on with the blue color, the battery level as well, and red for charging. It has a USB-C charging port. Low budget stuff has to leave the mini USB, and I am glad to see that here it's possible also recharge the Mini S while using it. Time-lapse that recognizes tracking. It isn't a time-lapse, but an hyperlapse. The universal 1/4 screw on the bottom unlocks a lot of creative ideas. For example, I did also use it as a crane by attaching a boomstick. So motion time-lapse is a very cool mode hidden in the menu, as you can record positions like keyframes and then play it through during the time-lapse. This is a great feature. So let me just record one point over here, plus another point over here, plus, and let's go up there, plus. Next step. How cool is this feature? The joystick is very smooth. I just wish it has a more grippy texture to it. So imagine that you don't want really to use the Moza app, you want to use another app. For that, Moza came with this mini cable to use in third-party apps, as native camera app, open camera, Instagram, and so on. In reality, this cable just uses the volume rocket to start and stop recordings. I guess they could just use Bluetooth connection for this, but if this solution is able to keep the price down, yes please. I just wish they would use a normal jack connection in both ends. As you can see, one is jack 3.5, the other one is micro USB. If it was just jack 3.5 on both ends, it would be much better, as this cable are more common. I did also found not so good things. So the bad list is a bit long as well, mostly because I really like this Moza Mini S. And in this chapter, me and the Moza Mini S will have an honest and friendly conversation. And let's hope you listen to me and make at least some app updates. You have to connect the Bluetooth every single time you open the app. So the app is on, the gimbal is on, just link yourselves, goddammit. Limited movement with big phones. I guess this is the trade-off of being portable. As you can see, it's touching here the smartphone on the corner over there. Has a safety feature, the gimbal goes standby if the motor is forced into a movement that it shouldn't be, as I just show you here. Also, the arm gets in the field of view of the OnePlus 60 camera sometimes, but usually double tap the trigger to reset the position fixes this problem. I don't see this problem with my LG G5, so I guess this problem will depend on the field of view of your smartphone. Otherwise, if you want to avoid problems like this, there is the Moza Mini Me. So other thing that I don't really like is that the tracking option is only in HD 30 images per second. Another thing that I don't really like, it's no 4K time-lapse. Why? Why? And if you have keyframe position time-lapse, why not on video as well? That feature would be awesome on a gimbal. Come on! Another thing that is a bit confusing is the app doesn't say which mode are you in. I find myself just powering off into standby and back on to reset the mode I am in. At least me, myself, I get lost. I am stupid and I get lost very easily. There is a bunch of modes, it's a bit confusing. Navigate the app with the gimbal buttons is too much confusing. I just use the screen. So you are recording and you want to reset to the standard position. Double tap the trigger and it just uses one axis correction at a time. Come on. $80 is the price. Please, it's $80. 2 years ago, I did buy a gimbal for the triple of the price, and 1/3 of the features. Has become a long way. You may find other gimbals less expensive than this one, but I really doubt that it has all the features as this one has, the payload has this one, or even if it has the 3-axis stabilization. I say 3-axis stabilization because it has 1, 2, 3 motors, okay? I guess Moza nailed the target audience with this price and features of this gimbal. The images you will have are ready to share. For example, the time-lapse is a video in the smartphone's gallery, not photos that you need to stitch into a video. Another example is the professional camera mode that is lost in the menu. It just has a light compensation and manual white balance. No histogram, no shutter speed control, and no 24 FPS. This feature is for control freaks like me. I imagine that the target audience won't give a for these options. If these options are very important to you, well, it won't be an $80 smartphone gimbal for sure. And now you guys wondering is, how smooth is this bad boy? As smooth as it should be. Honestly, I wasn't expecting much for $80, but I was mind blown with what this gimbal can do. As I told before, I had bought a gimbal before and I never use it because it's this big and it doesn't fit my camera bag. And I never use it. But this one, I've been using it now for a week and a half now, and it is awesome. If you guys have any questions, leave it down below on the comments. Drop a like if you learned something, and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. I am Miguel, until next time. See ya. Ah oui. Oups, je vais me tromper, hop. Voilà, je peux... C'est super cool en fait comme truc en fait.
C'est pour prendre des choses ou quoi? Non, c'est pas des caméras, une caméra, non?
Bah, il utilise la caméra du téléphone.
Ah, voilà.